In the 3D bioprinting rooms, we like to keep everything sterile. When you're using cells, you don't want to contaminate anything. So gloves and then your lab coat.
And so it's basically you're just printing body parts? Is that what's going on?
Right. You want to do the honors?
Sure. So I'm about to 3D print a human ear.
The idea of 3D printing our buildings is nothing new. Faced with a desperate need to construct more homes faster and in a more efficient way, countless innovators have found themselves drawn by the idea of being able to quickly print a structure, and have spent years trying to scale the technology. But for all their efforts, that 3D printed world has proven elusive, and many impressive prototypes have struggled to become viable for mass production. But things have just taken a massive step forward in Germany with the completion of the first ever 3D printed home to become fully certified under a national government's building regulations. The impact of this moment for construction and for the buildings we all use could be huge.
If you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. My name still remains the exciting EJ. I'm not on the show alone because I have Mikhail Bashra,
yes, of course.
aka
Mickey Bash. Yes, of course.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? How you doing, my dear? I am from Russia.
What's that?
Mademoiselle.
Oh, please. Anyways, guys, we're talking 3D printing technology today, and basically, what is 3D?
3D technology. First of all,
3D
technology is the construction of three-dimensional object with the use of CAD or 3D model. This can be done in various ways with the use of materials. It can be solidified and joined together with the aid of computer control. Well, you must be wondering, that is like a big definition.
Definitely.
Third dimension, CAD. Well, I'm going to break that down very simple and easy. Well, third dimension is like we live in a third dimension. We have 2 dimension, we have 3 dimension, 4 dimension, and 5 dimension, and possible 6. But 3 dimension is like a 2 dimension is like a straight line. You can go front and back, and the third 3 dimension is you can move forward and backwards. It's like if you're a designer, you understand exactly what I am talking about. And CAD simply means computer aid design. This is what is used to actually carry out the operation of the 3D technology printing. So that is basically 3D technology.
All this plenty English that Mikhail is giving you guys. I am wondering, like, what is it? But don't look too far. 3D printing is already in existence. It's just that when you guys were using your printer back then in the olden days, and you were printing on papers, all of that. Instead of being printing on papers, this time around you can actually print real life stuff. Like, you can feel it.
Definitely.
You can print a toy. You can print an object.
Anything.
The funny and the amazing thing is that you can even print that printing machine
itself.
That's what the 3D printing machine does, and it's quite easy. They can use plastics, rubbers, or even metals to print this thing. All you need to do is just make your design. Now, they've even made it easier that you can go online, like a website or a platform, to look for designs that you want to print out. Get your design, put it into the printing machine. That's what you want to make, and then your 3D printer will be very easy for you to print those things out for you. And the amazing thing is what I was saying now, that this 3D printer can actually print body parts.
Yes, of course.
It's totally amazing. This is why
parts.
we are now going to give you 5 or 4 examples where you can use your 3D printers for. And the first one being
building body parts, prosthetics for people who are disabled. You used to probably, if you can, people who are disabled, you usually use these to build their body parts and stuff like that. It's a big deal, Abby.
It's a very big deal.
Is there a part you want to build? Is there a part in your body that you want to?
No. What I'm trying to say is that this 3D printer can actually print out your liver. I'm not saying it's going to print out a liver on a paper.
Yeah.
Dude, it's going to print out your liver.
An artificial liver.
You're going to feel it. Yes, artificial. You're going to feel it. And science or
technology
or scientists are already saying that they can even put that into your body and it will function properly.
Very well.
Bioprinted mini liver.
Researchers at the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil have succeeded in creating miniature versions of a human liver from blood cells. The process took only 90 days from the collection of the patient's blood to the production of the tissue. These liver organoids, developing using 3D bioprinting technologies, integrate the functionalities of the organ in question. These include the production of vital proteins, the storage of vitamins, and the secretion of bile. To create the liver tissue, the team used Incredible Bioprinter, marketed by manufacturer Cellink, one of the most recognized in the industry. Bioprinted Ear Project. This bioprinting project was made possible through a collaboration between Queensland University of Technology and Maya Van Mulligan to help her regain her hearing. The Hear Save Foundation, also involved in the recovery of the little girl, states that the 3D printed ear is fully functional and will allow Maya to hear again. The ear implant was created using the patient's cartilage cells, reducing the risk of rejection once implanted. In addition, this type of custom-made bioprinting solution is actually less expensive than other alternatives.
Because the beauty of that design is because it's replicating a human body. So it's exactly what is in the human body is exactly what they are printing out with 3D technology. It's like a hard copy of a software of what you are doing. It's just like printing out a human being, but in it's just an artificial version of it. And there was a time they had to create an artificial heart from the 3D modeling printing. So that was used for probably a pig or something. And it worked very well. And that is like a big deal because we have people who are actually disabled who have passion to go into so many things like sports. So we have people who are actually disabled and now they have these limbs, they've been given limbs, anything to aid them in their activities. So they're like...
And this time around, there can be robots like this guy, this athlete. He was using a prosthetic, a leg, but they can even make it more real now. They can make it natural. They can make it look like you're not even, they won't even know that you were limbless before, but now you have. And that's why in movies, I always refer all of my stories to movies.
Sure.
They've been coming up with, there are movies that you see clones and all of that. I somehow I believe that clones do exist.
Of course.
And that's why these 3D printers are out there, cloning human beings. Some people are even saying that in the movies that I watch, some people are always saying that, when I die, I want my, like myself
conscience to be transferred to the clone and everything.
The clone.
It's just a matter of time.
Well, guys, moving after the.
You didn't answer my question. Is there a part of your body you want to?
There's no part of my body except something happens. I eat too much, and then I have a failure in something part of my body.
So medically speaking, it's a good thing, right?
Yes, I would say that's a good one for me. Moving on, we also have homes. They can make it into construction. Your 3D printers. Now that means the 3D printers has to be extremely big, like very large. To be able to print out a
house
building,
design.
A building.
It can print house design. Simply, just tell them that.
Just put in your design, like talk to your architecture, put in the design into the printer, and then they'll be able to form a 3D home where you can live in as long as you want. I think China is actually doing that, or they've done that already.
Yes,
They built a home where it will cost about $5 million or less, and people can live inside the house just with a 3D printer.
That's amazing. Technology. Technology.
Boom.
Boom. Booyah.
Then we come to food.
My
That's
favorite.
another example of having to use
Honestly.
your 3D printer. Like you said, your ice cream,
Chocolate, anything,
all those,
any design you want.
All those cakes. You
ice cream.
You can make your design whatever you want, and then just put it into the 3D printer, and then boom, you're going to bring out the design, just like making a cake as you said.
Of course, yeah. So
the 3D printer would actually help, do all of that and just bring it out. Like, it's just stress-free. It's something I would have.
It's a technology you should have in your house, and I think over time, this technology is going to go a very long way because I want people who are actually into productivity, they need to harness this power of this 3D technology because it's going to be something that everybody will get used to over time. Because if you are into for example, you're more like an architecture business, or probably you're a productive person in nature, the 3D design is something you have to really look into and harness the possibilities of it, because I believe in the next few years from now, people are going to look back to this video because we're making a prediction right now, because in the business angle, probably you want to be a supplier. It's a very good angle to come from freedom to possibly do business. And if you want to be a consumer of the product, I'm sure it's going to make your life extremely very easy. So it's just something amazing.
It's something really amazing. I also heard that in Holland, they will be planning on doing 3D homes, like mainly in that country. I think
He's shocked.
I think this is just crazy to have a 3D home where people living in a country.
Of course,
there are not even many in Holland. So
Definitely.
I mean,
it's
like
one of my favorite countries in the world.
That's where I want to go. You don't say something.
Oh my
right?
God, no.
So after that, we also have the last one we'll bring on this list. That's manufacturing,
automobiles, cars, cameras, mobile phones.
And what I said earlier when I said come on the show, the amazing thing is that printer can print itself.
Honestly.
Just give the design to it, and it's going to print out itself. It's just like me cloning myself.
And just put in the necessary materials, like we said, because we're living in a third dimension. So all you have to do is just put the necessary materials in the 3D printing technology machine, and before you know it, I will have a age-year-old duplicate as my own. So she will not be bugaring me every time.
We're talking about automobiles.
Yeah,
so anyways, the 3D printer can actually bring out automobiles parts, like car parts, to replace other car parts, like your engine, your car tires, everything. So this is what your 3D printer does, but it's really expensive. But guess what? The amazing thing is that it takes away the time of you having to fix all of those things. It just helps you print it out. It's very easy, but it's quite expensive to have all of these machines. And there are risks to it, like maybe it can cut your hand or do something to you. But definitely for everything, it has a disadvantage.
Of course.
Also, we'd like to add, one other one, that it can bring out anything.
Anything, of course.
Your 3D printer can actually bring out anything
you think about.
anything. And that's the amazing thing about having this 3D printing technology. But I would ask you guys that, if you had the opportunity to bring out or to have a 3D printing machine, what would you want to bring out?
Me? Are you asking me or them?
I'm asking them actually,
definitely.
but since you look eager to answer the question, why don't you just take it up from here? Let me ask you.
I'm not telling you.
What do you mean? Okay, seriously,
Oh my
I'm asking you a
goodness.
question.
You want to know what I would love to? Well, I would love to create. I've said it before. I've given them the clue. A clone you or something, so I can have for myself. A person like you.
Who is this man on this show? Camera guys, who did you bring on this show for me? Why would you want to clone me and have me for yourself?
You're fun to have around,
what
actually. I'll be honest. It's been electrifying having you spend time with you.
I did not ask him. We'll just act like that question was never, brought on this show. But ladies and gentlemen, as I'm asking you, what would you want to print out if you had the opportunity to have a 3D printer? Let us know in the comment section. And with that, we have come to the end of the show. This edition of Tech Gist. We didn't want to waste your time, we just wanted to give you all these ideas because that's what we bring on Tech Gist.
Of course.
So do not forget to like and also subscribe to the channel. Till we meet again, my name is EJ.
And my name is Mickey Bash. Bye-bye. To have a wonderful day.